Now, Smithsonian Channel HD recounts the story of the deadliest war of all time. After the Germans defeated France, their soldiers were sent to Paris for rest and recreation. One of the soldiers on leave is 19-year-old Lieutenant Auguste von Kageneck. His unit did not take part in the French campaign. He is visiting the city for the first time. He writes,
"We are given very strict instructions. We must be impeccably dressed and avoid all contact with the population. We are inventing mass tourism."
The French refuse to look at them. Some have started to fight back. These two men who sabotaged telephone lines will be the first to be executed by the Germans. The new French state, under the authoritarian rule of Marshal Pétain, chooses to collaborate with Germany. Pétain enforces a set of anti-Jewish statutes that exclude Jews from public life. He and Hitler have shaken hands. Every day at noon, the Wehrmacht parades. The Germans occupy many of the capital cities of Europe. After Prague and Warsaw, Brussels, Luxembourg, The Hague, Copenhagen, Oslo, but not London. February 1941, in the suburbs of London. Rose, who is only 3, has already lived through 2 years of war. Like many of the British people, Rose is frightened but brave. British cities have been devastated by German bombs. But the country stands firm around Churchill and with the providential aid of Roosevelt. Roosevelt is into his 3rd term as President of the United States. Though American opinion remains opposed to war, he has declared, "We must be the great arsenal of democracy." Only part of the equipment he sends to Great Britain gets through. Every British ship at sea is in great danger. The Atlantic Ocean is crawling with German submarines. Their periscopes seek out British vessels. Churchill is worried. Soon, he fears nothing will get through, and the outcome of the war will be fatal for the British. The German submarines, or U-boats, now have the French harbors at their disposal. Grouped into packs using torpedoes and cannons, these wolves of the Atlantic succeed in sinking 2 million tons of British shipping in 1941 alone. Here, German submariners toss loaves of bread to a shipwrecked crew who have almost no chance of surviving. They will die of thirst, of hunger, of cold, or by choking on oil. Hitler is delighted with the success of his submarines. But America's massive rearmament program worries him. He tells Bormann, head of the party chancellery, in 1 year the United States will be ready to go to war. If we are to face them, we will need more raw materials. Those materials are in the East. We need to conquer that living space. Then Britain will lose all hope and make peace, and it will be too late for the Americans. Let us attack the Soviet Union as soon as possible. Hitler codenames the invasion plan Operation Barbarossa, after the German Emperor Frederick Barbarossa. The Wehrmacht starts to concentrate its troops in the east. Lieutenant von Kaganek leaves for Poland. He sees debris from the battles of 1939 piled up along the tracks. Prisoners from Poland have been put to work on a mammoth construction project. Hitler is in the process of building a motorway across Poland in order to move his army over to the new border with the Soviet Union.